Healing my pain on that level, pissing out codeine. Niggas gon' talk, it's whatever, cause they don't know me. Never stand down.
What's up, YouTube? As you can see by the title of the video, I have found the perfect glitch for you guys for VC in 2K. Now, the important thing to remember in this is that you can only get 15,000 VC from this, but at the same time 15,000 is around like $10, not even $10, like $5. So I mean, it'll work out for you. But let's get into it. Make sure that you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let's get it. Alright, so basically you make a brand new my player, just a brand new my player. Doesn't matter what head you use. As you can see right here, I'm using like, some white guy's head. But basically nothing in here you need to change, so you can just zoom right through this. If you are just now getting into the game, it will ask you to play the prelude, so I'm gonna just skip right through the vitals. But the one thing that you actually do need, I'm actually gonna say right now, is that you need to be a point guard. You do need to be a point guard. That is the only thing that you need to do. You have to be a point guard here, or else it just won't work. It won't work. But you need to be a point guard. So other than that, once you have point guard, you could just press X on everything and you could just zoom right through to the end. And if it asks you to play to the prelude, you say no. But if you haven't played before, it's obviously gonna ask you to play the prelude. But I'll see you when you get out of that. Alright, so now we're at the free agency, and this is very important right here. You're going to want to choose the Phoenix Suns. The reason you're choosing them is because they are so ass that later in the glitch you're going to be able to get PT in your reserve. So right now what you want to do is counter offer and go right down to 65, nothing, or 665, nothing more, nothing less, 0 incentives, 0 years, and they're going to accept that right away, obviously, because no money for them. I mean, no money for you, but like another player on their roster. So I'm going to catch back up with you when you get to your my court. Alright, part 2. Alright, now what you want to do is you want to go to your options, go to settings, all that good stuff. You want to go to pro, set it to 12 minutes. Now once you do that, you want to wait for the little ball at the bottom right to load out, because that way there is no possible way that anything will mess up because it is all loaded and saved into the game. Now we're just going to wait a little bit here, because this is a pretty lengthy glitch, so like I don't want anybody to waste their time because something didn't load right or something didn't happen. So once you do that, you want to go. Now those first 3 games at the top, basically either 3 you just play through. You don't even have to, once you get playing time in one of them, you don't even have to do it anymore. Like those first 3 games, you just have to get at least 1 second of playing time and then sim out of the game or foul out of the game. So once you do that, I'll catch back up with you guys at the next screen. Alright, as you can see right here, I got into the game with 12 seconds left. They might put you in like that because you're reserved. But once you do that, just let it play for a little bit, not even like 2 seconds, and then you sim out of the game. Now, this is very important that once you get out the game, I'm going to show you here in a second, it has something to do with your calendar. One quick little thing, once you get into the game, it is your debut. They're gonna ask you about the fans. Now if they don't, that is fine. You might have to play an extra game later in the glitch, but basically when they ask you a question, when they ask you this question in this setting with that guy right there, you just shout out the fans. Shout out the fans. Who will get you an extra 5,000 fans, and trust me, this is something that you will need in the game, because in the glitch you will need around like 150,000 fans, and more fans can't hurt. So obviously here you're just going to shout out the fans, and then we're just going to keep rolling. I'll see you in the next screen. Alright, so now that you've done that, what you want to do is you want to go all the way to April 1st. April 1st on your calendar. I cannot stress this enough. April 1st. And sim through that. Maybe put your controller down, go get like some pizza or something, just go sit down and watch that show that you missed last night, something like that, because it's gonna be like around 5 to 10 minutes. This is probably the most lengthiest part of the glitch, is doing this right here. But basically I'll catch back up with you guys when this is done, but just sit down, go take a shower or something, because this might take about 5 to 10 minutes. So I'll see y'all in a couple seconds. Alright, so now that you've done that, what you want to do is go down to endorsements. As you can see, I got 155,000 fans, so I'm well over the mark. So now what you're going to do here is very important. Do not spam any buttons. Do not fold. No, none of that shit. Like, do not fold at all. This is the most important part of the glitch. If you fuck this up, you're going to fuck the whole thing up, and you're going to have to remake a whole new player. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to click national endorsement, you're going to click continue, and you're just going to wait for it to load. Don't press anything, don't be jittery, just put your controller down. Just put your fucking controller down. So I'll catch back up with you guys when it gets in front of the endorsement house. Alright, so now that you're in the endorsement house, the lady's gonna be sitting here and she's gonna crack a couple jokes. Now, I was being dumb here and I was being a little bit scared and I didn't want to sim through this. You can hold X or hold A down. This works for Xbox too, by the way. Hold X or hold A down to skip through this, and once you get to the part where she is talking about endorsements with Gatorade and Foot Locker, make sure to choose Foot Locker. Do not choose Gatorade. If you choose Gatorade, you've messed up. You have to make a whole new player. Another 30 minutes of your time wasted. So basically, when you get done chatting it up with this girl, you can obviously see she wants you, but that's not your intentions right now. What you're trying to do is get this 15,000 VC. What you want to do is click Foot Locker. And as soon as she lets you do that, as you can see right here, I clicked Foot Locker. Make sure it's there, and she's just gonna congratulate you. All right, and you're just gonna go back to the next thing. All right, I'm gonna see you in the next thing. All right, so now this has to be the easiest part of the glitch. What you want to do is just click on April 1st, April Fools or whatever, and you don't even have to play in this game. If it doesn't put you in the game, it doesn't matter. If it does, do the same thing, sim out or whatever. But as soon as you click on this, you could just sit back, relax, and just wait until it lets you sim out of the game or whatever. And that is basically what you do with this part of the glitch. I'm gonna catch back up with you after you do that. Alright, so once you've finally done that, you go to your neighborhood first. You go to endorsements. You have a level 2 Foot Locker negotiation. You're gonna set this to 5,000 for the money. You're going to set the incentives to 0, and you're going to set the bonus to 0%. Now, they're not going to take it right off the bat, but you just keep going until they take it. But the part about this that I'm sad about is I'm recording not with an Elgato, so I can't really show you the PlayStation screen. But what you're going to do is you're going to be having to close the application. But don't do that. Don't get trigger happy with that. Basically what you want to do is you want to go to your endorsements from when you're at your neighborhood. Go to your neighborhood first. Everything is at neighborhood from this point on. You want to go to your neighborhood, go to endorsements, click on Foot Locker, click attend the event, press circle as soon as the screen with you taking a picture or whatever, you holding up a shoe shows up, and then press X again to confirm that you have backed out of it. And then you'll know that it works if you have a little VC sign pop up at the bottom left, and you have a little fan sign pop up at the top right. That lets you know that you've done it, but it'll all happen in a span of 2 seconds. So don't just be sitting there looking for it. You never want to sit at those two screens. You want to go to it, make sure to click X on it, click circle, click X, close the application as fast as quickly fucking possible. And that works for Xbox too. You'll click A, click B, click A, close the application, and do that. And once you do that, you're gonna come back to the neighborhood, go to the VC Sports Management Center, the green building, and collect your 15,000 VC check. Now the thing about this is this glitch, you can do this, you can create a whole nother player and do this. You can do this whole process 30 minutes over again, or you can come back in 24 hours and do it in a small amount of time. But the trick is that I would make about 3 or 4 players, because if you have 3 or 4 players, if you do the math, it's around 60 to 70,000 VC a day for you coming back exactly at that time. So make sure to set an alarm for 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock if you did it then. And then that lets you know that as soon as it gets to like 5:30 or whatever, after that, at any point in the day, you can come back and collect your VC by doing this again, and you'll just be able to farm up VC on your main player and get to, if you know you need to make a whole new player but you don't have the money or the VC to get that up and you don't really want to grind, do this right here and you will be able to, within like a week, almost have 750,000 VC, something like that, and you will be able to have all your players to at least an 88 right off the bat. So you will have all your players up to a 98 or an 88 right off the bat. But make sure to leave a like on this video, guys. I put a lot of work into this, did a lot of researching. Make sure to send this video to all your friends who are having trouble so you can all run your players together. But that is it for the video, guys. You can sit back and watch the rest of this little clip here. It's not that long, and that is basically it, guys. But thank you, leave a like on the video, and please do not comment down below one time if this did not work. I have not experienced it yet, but obviously with this type of glitch, there's something that might go wrong that you didn't do. So make sure to spend time into it. Make sure that you did it right. But that is basically it, guys. Blast out.
Healing my pain on that level, pissing out codeine. Niggas gon' talk, it's whatever, cause they don't know me. Never stand down.